What's up? It's Angela Yee. It's Lip Service. And we got
Stephanie Santiago,
my co-host. Now let's talk about who else is here. Everybody introduce yourself.
I'm Isabella. Nice to meet you.
I'm Coffee Singleton, owner of Coffee's Jello Bar. Nice to meet you.
What up, what up? I'm Justina Valentine, Jersey singer-songwriter.
All right. Well, let's get right into it because, you know, we always start off before we even get into your lives, okay, with a special tip of the week. Now, the tip for today is how do you handle the side chick? This is all in honor of Elena Watley and Victor Cruz. Apparently, she saw some messages. I guess he had a few side chicks, and she put everybody on a group chat and just called them out and said, y'all should meet each other. We're all effing the same guy, so if y'all want to take some notes or whatever. Now, I'm sure we've all had to deal with side chicks at some point. So everybody give your number one tip on how to handle a side chick. Mia, we'll start with you.
Get yourself some side dick.
Okay.
Very simple.
Okay.
And let him know about it or secretly just for yourself?
Whatever you feel like doing. However you feel like handling it. Once he's caught, like, what can he say?
All right. What's he going to do?
Nothing.
For me, I think that you should just cut the chick. Just skip
God.
the talking,
Violence.
skip the root chat. You should just cut her.
But what if it's not her fault and she
Right.
didn't
What
know?
if she doesn't know?
She should still feel it. I mean, well, no, honestly, the last time I dealt with it, what I actually did do is I made her car feel it. So
You ruined her car?
I just keyed the whole side of her car real quick. And then when they, she and he both called me out and I was like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about. If you have any video footage,
They're like, we have
please bring it to me. I'll be happy to,
prove
pay
it.
for any punitive damages or whatever it is. But yeah, just say you cut her.
Stephanie, I know Stephanie has some.
For me, I kind of agree. I like you be friendly, like, oh, I think we should meet and have lunch and
Meet
and
with the
talk
side
about it. Yeah, and then when she comes, beat her up.
Okay.
That's
Now,
what I think.
Who pays for lunch?
No one. There's no
Okay.
lunch.
There's no lunch.
There's no lunch.
Like there's no
Okay.
lunch.
The
She
lunch
could beat
is
up
the
before lunch.
knuckle sandwich
Okay.
in your mouth.
Okay. I thought it was like a Last Supper and then you beat her up on a full stomach.
No,
Okay.
no.
Kathy, what do you do?
I'm not going to entertain her.
Hello.
Ignore her. She don't exist.
Pretty much. That's why she's the side chick.
I do feel like sometimes side chicks do want some attention, though.
Yes.
So
But what if they don't know?
right,
Like, it's not their
and that's
fault.
the thing. Stephanie done beat this girl up,
Right.
and Justina done
didn't even
keyed
know.
up her
But
car,
I just
and she had
feel
no
like-
idea she was a side chick.
No, she did.
She's a victim.
A lot of times they
if she
know.
knows, that's different.
I feel
Then-
like
then beat that
they
ass.
always know, because when you're somebody's girlfriend and he's dating somebody else, 9 of 10 times the guy's like, I got my girl, so you got to meet me in this hotel room.
Not always.
You know what I mean?
No, sometimes they're like, it's not working out.
Sometimes they don't
Yeah,
mention
even
the-
if it's not
I
working
feel-
out, then you should say, I'm gonna leave her.
I feel like no real man's going to tell the bitch he's fucking
Right.
that he's fucking another bitch. Like, he's not going to sit and have a conversation about that girl with another girl because he's
I
not going
feel
to get
like,
what he wants.
yeah, they cop please. They say stuff like, things are rocky right now. I sleep in the basement.
Right.
I've never had a guy tell me about another chick ever.
Oh, and that's the best part.
I know they doing it, but I don't care.
He's not gonna admit it.
Right.
No, and that's the best part is that they'll be like, oh, things aren't working out and blah, blah, blah. The side chick will eat that up. Yeah, and still, he's still there. Even if his things aren't working out. If I was that girl,
In that
I
case,
would
beat
be
her up.
like, hey, so what do you think about leaving her?
Right.
Since
Well,
things aren't working out so much.
It's exciting for them sometimes though, because it's like
They love
you're
it.
everything that this bitch isn't, So they kind of it empowers them in a way.
No, and today in the year 2015, girls don't even care about being a side chick. They actually, a lot of these bitches want to be the side chick.
Some people tell me that side chicks get treated better than the main chick anyway.
I don't think so.
They don't have to deal with.
Depends on the guy.
Well, they get him on the good nights that they're going out drinking, fucking. They probably get some
Right.
presents. They don't have to split bills with him. They don't live
Right.
with him, so.
Yeah, they get
Going down
presents
to
because the
his
guy feels
attitude.
guilty. I can't be with you on holidays,
Oh God, that's the worst thing. I know you side chicks are by yourself on Christmas.
Exactly.
He see you.
Who are you
the
eating with
26th, though.
in Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Like, who are you eating with?
He'll see you Black Friday.
Because your parents obviously didn't raise you that well, so you ain't going to your family's house. Your family probably doesn't even want you either. So you're eating like dinner from McDonald's on Thanksgiving.
But what if he's
But
just
they
her
eat
side
it in
dick?
Louboutins.
What if
and-
what? He's
What
her
if he's
a
just her
belly.
side dick? What
That's-
if she has a man herself?
secret lovers?
That's different, and I feel like that's another subject. If you have if you're the side chick and you have a guy and
And he's your side
he's
dick.
your side dick, and
yeah.
everybody
Side chicks and side
knows
dicks.
then everybody knows. You
is what it is.
you shouldn't write in a group text about each other because
True.
this is a
We
an
all grown.
understanding.
Yeah.
Well, now let me ask you this: if a guy is keeping it real with you, because we always talk about, just keep it real, just let me know what's going on so I can make my own decision about what I want to do. There are certain situations where maybe you wouldn't mind being the side chick.
Very true.
If a guy is straight up and honest with you, look, I got a girl, we have an understanding, and I do me sometimes, she don't really care, just let's keep it on the low. Would you be okay with being a secret?
You gonna get this dirt. I mean, I think it all depends because I feel like a lot of relationships, are kind of open to stuff like that. I know a lot of people that are in relationships that either they swing and they kind of, do a whole bunch of threesomes and stuff. And once you start doing that, shit starts getting messy. People getting hit with dicks and, different pussy juices splattering all over. So then it's like, it's kind of like a free for all.
A free for all. That's not it. But then you might as well not be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Right. Be single and swing around.
Yeah.
But everybody, have y'all all been side chicks, whether or not you knew it at some point?
I have been.
I have, yeah. In my own relationship because I was engaged to the guy.
You were engaged and you were a side chick and didn't know it?
No, well, he was having an affair with the person, so I guess she was a side chick, but I still felt like at that, when you're having another relationship with somebody else, I don't feel like you're a unit at all at that point. So it's kind of you're the side period.
How did you find out?
She called me.
And said what? See, this is what you now.
She called me.
I don't know. I
She
felt
called,
so.
and she asked me to go to lunch, and I could have had her ass whooped. But
Stephanie, see, that's exactly what Stephanie was.
My friends
Stephanie called you.
They're like, let's go to lunch, and we're gonna beat her ass, and we're just gonna keep moving. I'm like, for what though? That's his dick. Obviously, he knew what he was doing. It's what he wanted to do. So
You said that's his dick?
that's his dick. He can do what he want to do with it. He's a grown man. Like he said, you can't stop no grown man from doing what he gonna do. He gonna do it regardless.
Mia, so you still have a penis?
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the biggest.
Nice.
Oh, fucking Kay. You got some nice tits, too.
Yeah, a good
A lot
face.
of girls are like,
going
oh,
on.
They
shit.
call that the best of both worlds.
Right.
That's what they call that.
That's like a, Jay-Z and R. Kelly album, okay?
That makes me blush.
I mean, I had no idea.
Oh, you didn't even know?
No.
Justin, she tucked it. You tucked it.
You got the nice
Always.
little skinny
Because I
waist and
can't
the-
even wear no pants like that. You can see my camel toe. I don't even see your camel toe.
No,
Okay.
got to keep it all together. Hey, walking around New York City with stuff hanging out, that's too much.
Now, let me ask you this. Since we're talking about relationships being a secret, Mia, obviously
y'all heard about me.
We all heard about you and Tyga.
Yeah.
Right. Now, is that bad when stuff like that gets out because maybe it makes people feel like they can't trust you?
You know what? It's kind of his fault anyway. We've been friends for a long, long time. We had people threatening us years ago. My old roommate, people talking about they had footage. What I think people don't understand is he was my side guy. He was one of my roster. He was my number 4.
Okay.
I was engaged. Me and my guy had.
He was your number 4.
He was my number 4.
I'm so mad that he was number 4.
I'm mad he wasn't even number 2.
Yeah,
Like,
why you had to be number 4?
I was dating a world champion boxer. I was in love with an NFL player. And I had my main guy, and I was just learning.
God damn.
My guy was doing
There's
his
no
own
shortage
thing
of
at
men
one
out
point in
here.
time.
Right.
Like he had his own side piece, and I found out about it. And so for me, I was strictly a monogamous relationship before. So once that happened, I kind of tried to learn to adapt because I'd never experienced anything like that. So I had to learn to start. Okay, what if this doesn't work? You need to start cultivating other relationships. So I had 3 or 4 guys that I was dating off and on throughout the years, and he was one of them, and one of my really good friends. So I never wanted anything bad to happen to him. I didn't want him to be exposed. Like I hid that for both of us for years,
Right.
to protect my guy from having to hear about the stuff, and to protect him and his situation. People were like, "Oh, he was cheating on Black China." She knew about me.
Right, you said you met her before. You guys.
No. He asked me to meet her numerous times.
Okay.
And I refused to meet her because I'm like, I'm not with that. I'm not about that life. You know what I mean? If that's your main situation.
He probably wanted to have a threesome.
I can't speak on that. All I can say is he asked me to
said
meet her, and I
no.
said no. I have my own guy, like I said, and if I'm dealing with somebody one-on-one, that's me and you. Whatever you do on your own time with whoever, that's y'all situation.
Right.
Like you said, as long as we have an understanding, we're grown adults doing our own thing, then yeah, I can respect that.
Wow. So wait, I gotta ask you, what was he into? Were you fucking him?
I ain't gonna say all that. Now, you know what I mean?
I'm not mad at you for asking, though, because I wanted to know the same thing.
Right? Because I was like,
Isn't it a lot sexier when you can just think about it and just make up your own
what
idea?
happened?
I'll never say our intimate detail. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Oh, are you
They
guys
were
still,
definitely.
Are you guys still in contact though?
After the stuff happened, it was all our lawyers. You know what I mean? Like our lawyers were handling stuff because I hired a lawyer to make sure that we could try to protect him as much as I could. Like, because people didn't understand. They're like, oh, you're trying to out him and get famous. Like, bitch, I've been famous for a decade in my world.
Right.
All my guys are A-list people. You know what I mean? I was behind the scenes dealing with lawyers, having them, contact him every step of the way to let him know that I'm on your side.
Right.
Like, whatever's going on.
I'm gonna protect my number 4.
Right.
As long as you're in the top 5.
If you want to mind, if you're anybody that I care about, period, I'm going to protect you at all costs. You know what I mean? I respect our relationship, and I respect you for being a king and being bold enough to do you and to respect me the same. So it was definitely an interesting situation. People are like, you were the side chick. I'm like, not really,
Right.
because I didn't know he was dating anybody else but me anyway. Like, I knew he was doing his own thing. He's a rap star. Let's keep it
Right, but
real.
you know he had a serious relationship.
I didn't know that at all. You're not going to talk to me about somebody else. That's not our
And
thing.
he was having a baby and
Like,
everything.
Well, I knew about like Black China, like I said years ago.
Right, you know
I-
about
I
Black
knew
China, but you didn't know about
I didn't know
Kylie.
at all. Like, I don't even watch TV, so I didn't know nothing about that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And once it came out, I'm just like, oh my god. And apparently, they had a huge thing because she was underage or whatever. But
Right.
that's not my concern. I don't listen to gossip anyway, unless it come out of his mouth. I'm not going to listen to what I read off of a tabloid or, you know what I mean? Like, if you can't tell me straight up, I don't care what other people say.
Right. You believe him because he's number 4. Number 4, he has no reason
I hate
to
that I
lie.
said
Number
that
4,
now.
He has to have
I
some
hate
type
that
of
I
immunity.
said that now because that kind of sounds crazy, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like,
Well, he
in
made the
order of
starting lineup.
In order of importance, of people were my main down to, my friends. Like, that was what it was.
So how do other people feel? Like, number 1, what happened with the boxer?
Ooh, he was mad as fuck. He wanted to beat his ass. Yeah, he wanted to beat his ass. He, was
He
very
can't
upset.
do that, though,
He
because his
flew
hands
up
are
to-
registered weapons.
And that's, he didn't care. He flew all the way to LA talking about, to pass the pass. I want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't want to talk right now. I'm cool.
Did that cause y'all to break up, though?
Yeah, we broke up because he was very upset about the situation. And then, like I said, he came back afterwards and he was like, the pass, it is what it is. I still care about you. He proposed to me. So it's like, it didn't really matter. Like, at first he was angry, but afterwards, like, he came to see me and wanted to talk about it and stuff. But I was in love with the NFL star at this point. So I turned him down.
Good
and-
Lord.
Who are you with now? Oh, you can't say. Oh,
can't
Wish
say.
I could keep it
Well,
moving
actually,
like
now,
that.
now I'm single. Like, now I'm officially single after the boxer. Like,
Do you enjoy being single?
No, I'm not made to be single. I've always been in a monogamous relationship until I
FYI, when you have 4 dudes, that's not monogamous. I just
Right.
want to let you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, but before that, like, I was married for 4.5 years before when I was super, super young, and I was 20 to 25. And then after that, I was engaged for 3.5 years. And then after I learned about like open relationships because my ex-fiance just kind of switched it up.
Right.
So I had to adapt. But before that, I was always in monogamous relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monogamy.
Wow.
Do y'all believe in monogamy? Do you think men can be monogamous?
Hell no.
I'm gonna say
Eventually they'll mess up.
93%
You said
of them
eventually?
can't be.
Eventually, they'll mess up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I give a good 7%.
7%. That's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
7%.
Right.
7%.
That's
And
messed up,
and,
though, right?
and don't forget that includes like the Midwest and stuff. I mean, if you're talking
New
right, if you're talking
York
about
or
the
LA.
tri-state,
That includes other countries
See,
as
men
well.
don't men don't think of sex the same way as females think of sex. To them, it's just like taking a piss. Like
Right.
they're completely emotionally detached when it comes to sex. It's just physical. They can love a woman with all their heart and still do something with somebody else, and it doesn't really mean nothing. They just felt the need to.
right,
pop it
it's more
off.
animalistic to
It's
them.
very
It's just
animalistic.
getting
It's
a
not
nut.
emotional.
They don't have to lay up with them.
And women get upset because they're attached emotionally. So it's like you must have had some kind of feeling towards it, but that's not how they are.
Does that mean you can forgive a man for cheating?
I think you can. If you love a person, you're going to have to realize that people are humans and they're going to mess up over and over again. Nobody's perfect. So if you're going to be down for somebody, all these relationships that are 50 years or more, you can believe that woman has been through some stuff that people will never
Been through
know.
some hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
to
think
stay
if-
that long.
I think if the guy's worth it enough, and I know for me personally, the type of guys that I like, they're not like church mice. Like they're not that.
Well, what kind of guys do you like, Justina?
I like wild gangster. I don't have like a type look wise, like as far as
Fetty Wap or
ethnicity. Yeah, like I don't have like no Fetty's cute. I don't have.
By
a
the way,
type-
she has a song out right now with Fetty Wap. Okay, it's called
Yeah.
Candyland. I'm just gonna
Candyland.
plug that.
So black, white, Spanish. I like it all, but for me, it's more of like a personality type and a swag that I like, and it's the type of guy that's gonna like grab me and snatch me
Aggression.
up.
Likes the type
He
of
has
guy.
I like
balls.
aggressive.
I like right.
I love
like
aggressive.
because if they're not aggressive, they're intimidated by me.
Yeah.
So because I'm a strong personality, so the
So
type
those are the guys that cheat.
100%. So for me,
I like guys that cheat.
I mean,
Stephanie.
I'd rather have an interesting guy that's, we're going to have a fun relationship, passionate. He might mess up here and there. I'm going to make him feel it,
I'm going to have to key up some cards.
Right, I was going to say, she's going to key your shit up and I'm not
cut the girl. I never said I'm not going to do my own thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Here and there.
There you go.
Okay, now you're an artist. Clearly you're going to, traveling, going on the road, meeting a lot of guys. Have you ever fucked a fan?
Yeah, by accident, I have.
By accident, I slipped and fell.
I have. My guitarist was like, "You're not supposed to fuck the fans. What's wrong with you?" Yeah, it happens. But I kind of
yeah, it happens. You goddamn right, I fuck fans.
Okay, I mean,
see, that's how you can be understanding because you had that experience and you understood that it really wasn't nothing. It was just that moment.
And if it happens on the road, it's kind of like you can't do it.
It's like what?
I mean, like if he's from New York, you shouldn't be popping off like in New York necessarily. But like if you're in Wisconsin and you find a cute little Ashton Kutcher lookalike type of guy,
no one's gonna know.
Right. So
She likes the same kind of guys I like, thugs.
Yeah, she likes thugs.
yeah.
I like guys who go to jail.
Okay, well,
is that your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend this week?
We're never going to be together again.
Her ex-boyfriend's in jail right now then.
until he gets out. How long is this bid?
It's like 1 day. It's a petty 2 years.
Oh.
It's nothing. No, but we're never going to be together because I feel like his whole mentality changed when he went to jail.
Okay.
Let's have a shot to that.
Okay, let's do it.
Coffee bought us some Jello shots. There's some Hennessy ones.
Okay.
There's some vodka ones. What y'all doing?
Last time I cheated on my man, it was off of coffee
vodka.
shots. By the way,
Don't blame me for that, Justina.
Listen, you gotta blame whatever you gotta blame.
You gonna pass them out?
And there's like syringes
Absolutely.
that come with this. I
right.
don't understand.
it should have the warning like on cigarettes, how it may cause it may cause you to thaw off.
That's why I have not been drinking. I swear, since my ex has been in jail, I've tried my hardest not to drink because
don't
when
get
I
lost in that
drink,
bottle.
I want to get fucked, and it's like.
Yeah.
Have you put money in his commissary?
No, he said
won't
that.
talk to
No.
her.
Oh, okay.
No.
She said no.
He said that he had the money put away for his commissary.
Okay.
So his brother supposedly puts it in, but his brother told me that that's a lie.
His baby
his
mom,
side bitch,
His
right.
baby mom putting it in.
No, actually,
Somebody is.
his brother said that he's doing it.
Okay, so no. All right, good.
He's just a liar. The nigga's just a liar. He lies about so much.
But in his defense, Stephanie did go to Vegas with Floyd Mayweather.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna knock the pussy out right now.
I never slept with Floyd
Not that you slept with him. I didn't say you
Mayweather.
slept with him.
But I'm I'm like FaceTime friends with Floyd, and I went to
that's
Vegas.
cute.
I'm like,
I love
where your
FaceTime
jury?
friends.
Because Chloe be popping off with the diamonds. Where your jury at?
Exactly. You know what
But hold on,
Thank you
FaceTime
so
friends
much.
is no bueno. Okay.
Why?
I don't think that's
How would
good
you feel
either.
about your
Do you
man
FaceTime sex?
being FaceTime friend?
Do you FaceTime sex? Do y'all?
No, with Floyd?
Yeah.
No.
What you mean?
But
Ew.
you know he'd be like, let me
He's
see.
gorgeous, though. I have to.
But you
Does
know
he show you his
sometimes
body?
he's like, yo,
Very
pan
beautiful.
down.
Right.
Right.
What?
Does he show you the
Sometimes he's
abs?
like pan down.
No,
Have you seen the dick?
He's very respectful and
Have you seen the
funny.
dick?
He never showed you his dick.
No. Okay.
He's
Snap-
very proud
No.
of it. He says he has a big anaconda.
Angela, Snapchat is great for dick pics.
Oh, because it
pussy
deletes.
shots because it deletes. I mean, they can screenshot it.
Yeah, you can.
They
screen-
can.
But if it's very compromising,
like
you
that.
just you let it
This
rock
is
for 2
good.
seconds. That's it.
A little
True.
Jello shot.
Cheers, salute, chin down.
Absolutely. And it has real pineapples in it too.
Now I gotta ask y'all something, okay? If you're dating more than one guy at a time, Mia, you're single now. Stephanie, you're single
I'm
now.
single.
Coffee, are you single?
No.
Okay.
I'm single. Maybe I'll be single tomorrow, but I'm dating someone today. I'm like on and off with, it depends
The
on.
same person or?
It's the same person, but this is the thing with men today. Men don't really know what they want. I'll be 41 next week.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Good,
Thank
good.
you.
Kill it.
Thank you. And at this point in my life, I don't have time for the game. So my tolerance is zero. I have zero tolerance for nonsense. So right now I am dating someone. If he gets on my nerve tomorrow, I'm gonna cut his ass off.
Wow.
As you should. Don't ever let
How
nobody
long has
compromise
this been
your
going
energy.
on?
I've been seeing him now for about 6 months, but I'm totally detached when it comes to men because I have no expectations.
You cannot be like that.
I
No,
though.
you have to be
I
emotionally
know.
invested in a guy. If you really feeling him, if
you
you
have
really
to be
feeling him,
vulnerable.
yeah.
I know that, but it's so hard when you've been hurt in the past and people have been, the worst thing the man could do is be dishonest with you.
Right.
And that's what they're good for.
Betrayal is not a good feeling. When
That's
No.
that's natural. They gonna always lie.
Especially when you're at a certain
Men lie,
age
women
and you're
lie.
being honest all
Jello
the
shots
time to
don't.
them.
Right?
For me, I feel the same way.
is
Like
so good.
I'm not 40, but I'm not 22 anymore, and I really, I was just with him, and I don't want to date. I really don't feel like I have time to get to know someone.
You want to fuck
I
though.
agree.
I do want to have sex, and you know what? That's what sex toys are for. You could get big
the same.
ones.
I have about
small
20
ones.
of them.
Sex toys.
I have 20 of them in my drawer at home.
You know,
You have 20 of them?
20.
And you
guess
use
what?
all of them?
I use all of them by size. And guess what?
Are you a sex toy hoe?
I am.
Me too.
I would have to say so.
And I just feel like I've had sex with enough men in my lifetime, and I live close to the city I grew up in. So if I want to have sex, there's a couple calls that I can make where I don't have to add a body or a relationship.
You know what?
I could just work.
I love that.
What
not
guys
adding a
don't
body.
realize is every
You know?
woman has the same side guy for like 10 years.
Right.
Like if you have one side guy that
easy
you
call.
mess with, you have that same side dude for like 10 years.
He's always willing to
I
jump
agree.
out the
come
bed,
anytime.
drive over.
You call him, he's there. No
Yep.
attitude, no disrespect, done.
And you know what guys always
don't be
tell you
knowing
too?
it. They don't know it neither.
No, but guys will always tell you, they'll be like, yo, I don't care what goes on in your life
lying.
later. Tell me every guy doesn't tell you
Yes,
that.
they do.
Listen,
I'll always
if
be
you
there.
ever need me for anything, I don't care if you got a man, if you married, you got
They
kids.
don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. So be careful.
Yes, be careful.
Justina, you got a man?
No, I'm I'm
Her
in like
fan.
purgatory. You know what I mean? I have no, I'm single. I'm gonna say I'm single. I got a lot of FaceTime friends.
It's just like me, FaceTime friends.
I would say overall I'm single. But I gotta, I have a couple boyfriends, but I'm single.
A couple of
that make
boyfriends.
sense?
You're like me.
That
You
was
have a
me,
roster.
like when we first
Yeah.
started.
You have a
right?
roster
Yeah.
in order of
Like,
importance.
a
Okay,
couple
now
of
this brings
boyfriends
me to my next
Don't
question.
call him boyfriend, just say roster.
If you're dating more than one guy at a time, is it cool for you to have sex with more than one guy?
Why the fuck not? They're out here sleeping with everybody.
Okay, because some people feel weird about that.
This is 2015.
Fuck around and end up
What
with a
about in the
yeast
same
infection.
day?
No,
It's your
not in the
pussy.
same
No,
day.
not
It's your
No
pussy.
way.
If you want to do that with your pussy, you do what you want to do with your pussy because they can stick their dick in 20 different girls in a day and they don't give a damn.
Right. Well, you got to use protection.
Well,
I'm a big
obviously,
believer
let's
in that.
advocate in protection.
But you know
Okay?
what? You're absolutely
testing.
right. But when we do it, we're whores.
I don't give a fuck. That's
But
a
when they
control
do
tactic.
it, that's what I'm saying.
That's a control.
No,
Well, you know what it is because I have both. I'm female and male. You know,
You fuck
spiritually
girls too still?
on film, and I haven't filmed in years, but not in real life.
Okay.
But because I can think of both perspectives, the reason why they do that is to keep women in check and control. You give them a sense of guilt. You give them a sense of once you control the mindset, then everything else is simple.
Because that's the worst. They'd be like, you fucked two guys in one day?
Right.
Oh my God.
But they had a
Listen-
threesome, that
Right.
afternoon, and then popped off the side chick later on.
You know what's a misconception about the pussy? And I always hear guys say it. They'll be like, oh, that pussy better be the same as when the last time I left it. Honey,
nigga,
the
please.
pussy is a muscle.
Right.
So if I fucked your brother last night, my pussy, it's going to feel
Not that.
exactly the same the next.
Yeah.
You push a baby out of your
I
pussy.
wonder if
A
they
dick
are
is
the
not
same.
I totally
changing.
agree with you.
Right. I mean, unless you're getting fucked by a horse.
No thanks.
That's too much.
Right. But I'm just saying, like,
For me, this goes back to the whole slut walk thing with Amber
Okay,
Rose.
what do you think about that?
I feel like her slut walk was, it's okay to be a hoe. I'm a woman. I could fuck I could fuck three guys in one day and it's okay. And the original slut walk was not about that.
So there was an origin to it.
Yeah, the original slut walk was.
It was
back
in Toronto.
2000.
It was about. It was on college campuses, and the police had told these women, if you don't want to get raped, then don't dress like a slut.
Okay.
That's how it all started. Like it's your
silly.
fault.
That's
Okay,
the
right.
craziest
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And for me, what these new age feminists, they want to make it okay to sleep around like a man does. But
Why can't you? Why ain't it okay if they can do it though?
that's fine, you can, but I don't think you should be so proud of it. I think you should keep your business to yourself. You know what I mean? If you want to have sex with three guys in one day, don't go
advertise it.
and be
But
on
it really
Twitter,
normally be the
like-
guys who tell.
Exactly.
I don't think it's
okay
women
for
go and
them.
advertise it. I think that men
They go
do
and brag
that.
about it and
Yeah.
everybody find out.
I actually heard a story about one girl. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I remember these guys were telling me that she was somewhere. They were like it was a tour or something, and she was there, and she did sleep with 3 different guys in one night, and they all were at breakfast talking about they hit it, and then the other dude was like, "Oh my God, me too," and then another guy was like, "Oh my God, me too." So they were talking about her, because they all slept with her,
and they're never gonna look at her the same.
She didn't
and
give
not
a
that
damn.
anyone cares how people look at you.
Yeah,
but doing all that for free.
No,
I hope she got some money.
Get some money. Don't be doing all that shit for free.
No,
now. It should be illegal to give it away.
3 in a day is OD.
That's too
Like,
much.
that ain't your husband,
Your
you better get
man
something.
3 times in a day is nice.
Okay.
I think
Your
it's-
man 5 times in a day is nice.
I think
You
it's
know?
OD. If you have 3 boyfriends or 3 girlfriends and like you hit it like
That's too much.
sporadically through the month, but not 3 in a day.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna end up with a urinary tract or something like.
Right, and I
Urinary
just feel
tract
like
infection.
a real feminist issue is I should be able to wear whatever I want and not get sexually assaulted.
right?
Yeah, you're
well,
right.
nobody has
You're
any
right.
right to ever touch you without your consent.
No matter what you're
Period.
wearing,
Like you don't
or
touch
how
me.
you look.
I hate that if you be in a club, even if you dress normal and a guy grabs
Yeah.
you, don't touch
No,
me.
don't
That's
touch me.
violating
Right.
my space.
Right.
You can say,
All you
"Hey,
gotta
how
do
you
is say,
doing?"
next time you touch me, you're going to jail.
Right.
They'll be like, oh shit, she ain't playing.
and I think
Jail.
just as women, we should take care of our bodies. They get washed up very easily. Men get better with age, and women turn into dust.
You turn into dust.
It's true. I think so.
Oh.
Unless you take care of yourself.
She's
Unless
like,
you take
what?
really,
Dust?
really
Dust?
good care of yourself. And I don't think you should be spreading it around like men. I don't think that is part of a feminist movement.
You know what I think?
I agree.
I think that as long as you are not sleeping with nobody's man, nobody's husband, and
Me
be
too.
protecting yourself,
Yeah.
then
Stay still.
I don't judge nobody on what you do or whatever
Me either.
reasons you have. Because I know one girl, and when she was younger, some things happened in her life,
Yeah.
and she has done some things that I've been like, damn, she wildin'. But then I guess
Mentally,
whatever.
it's a way to cope with her
Yeah.
issues.
Oh, and I'm no innocent angel. I'm very proud to say that I've had sex with several men.
How many? Several? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure all of us in here have had
She's like,
sex with
I know.
several men.
Enough. And everybody
did 4.
knows while I was with my and everybody knows while I was with my son's father, I was cheating on him left and right with different people.
You were
How does
young,
everybody
though.
know?
I think
You
that's
know?
a young thing too.
Yeah, I think that's a young thing too. So again, I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman, exploring her sexuality. That's what our show is about.
Right.
But
as long
I
as you
agree
don't have
with you.
pus leaking out of your pussy.
Exactly. Take care of yourself. Go to the
Exactly.
doctor. Get
Douche a little
tested.
bit.
Use a
There's
condom.
no smell. As long as
Right.
you
But it is different. It is different standards for men and women. I agree with you. Like, it's not cool. Like, if a girl goes to her home, goes, yo, I went to Vegas, I fucked 5 guys. Like, if my girl told me that, I'd be like, ew, bitch.
Right.
But if a guy says it, it's a different standard. I agree with you on that. And, even though, I'm for my ladies doing what they want, and I think we are equals to men. I still do think it's different, and
Right,
the
me
pussy
too.
is an inside organism.
I say that all the time.
The dick is outside. It's a piece of
outside.
skin. It's like so
You
it's,
gotta take care
it's
of
a little
it.
different.
All right, so Mia,
Yeah.
you're allowed to hoe, and we're not.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I have one friend that is so wild, and she be telling me stories about stuff that she does. Like, I met this guy in a bar, and I did this and I did that, and I don't really judge her. Like, that's my friend for real.
Right, I have a girlfriend like that too.
Right, and
She's
be
she's wild. She's
wilding.
the biggest hoe, and she just tells me stories, and I'm just like,
I'd be like,
you're
girl,
crazy.
that's crazy.
But
yeah.
that's your homegirl, so you don't have any like animosity towards the idea.
Not
of
at
it.
all. I don't even
It's
look
just
at her.
like,
I don't look
bitch.
at her no differently.
Right. It's just her part of her personality. I feel like it's your body. Period, point blank, fucking opinion, what everybody else has to say, period, point blank. Do whatever you want to do. Stay safe, protect yourself.
All right, let's take a pause from the action, and I mean action, for a minute, and I can tell you about a new advertiser on the show. Poprageous. It's designed and manufactured in LA. Poprageous is a printed apparel brand that specializes in premium leggings and other high-quality printed apparel like swimsuits, dresses, tops, and socks. Super cute. Specifically, Poprageous offers leggings and other printed apparel that is inspired by art, pop culture, and the internet. Always celebrating the current cultural zeitgeist. They offer tons of different prints and colors to choose from, covering everything from the Oregon Trail to emojis to Grumpy Cat. Their leggings are the perfect conversation piece for that next party you go to, and they also offer everyday designs for that day-to-day outfit. I wear leggings to work damn near every day. Their leggings are extremely comfortable, using only the highest quality performance fabric that is moisture wicking and has a curve-hugging fit, making them perfect for the gym. Thicker than average leggings while staying breathable, which means you'll never worry about them being see-through. Now, they were nice enough to send me the Almond Blossom Skater Dress, which I love. It's cute, and you can check it out on their website, poprageous.com. Also, make sure you check out their collection of Halloween outfits, sexy, cute. And I love the Evil Twin Cat suit, plus the body cam dress. Such a smart idea. So go check out all the styles on poprageous.com and use code Angela for 20% off your entire first purchase and free U.S. shipping. Again, that's poprageous.com, poprageous.com, and use code Angela at checkout for 20% off your entire first order and free shipping. Now, Mia, for you, for some people, for some guys, they might feel like it's a bit taboo.
Right,
now, are you okay with being a secret if a guy tells you?
I've never been a secret. I have dated movie stars and athletes, and in my world, and living in Hollywood and that kind of stuff, like I've never been a secret. And my normal living, like every day, going out to dinners and all that normal people stuff. But as far as the mainstream world or middle America, because they don't hear about it on TV, they're like, "Oh, you're a side chick or a secret."
God.
Bitch, no, I'm not. In my world. All my friends have hung out with us. They've been at the mansion. They've been at the pool party. They've been to dinner with us. They've hung out with other chicks with me, with my guy.
But so no guy has ever been like, listen, I just really feel weird. Like if you have
to feel like I'm a secret, don't rock with me because I do not rock with pussies. Period.
Okay. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
But you're very openly transgender always.
No, you know what? I
always you don't have to.
Well, I had a very separate life, and in my normal life, nobody knew except for in my career. So I had a career of it, and then I had normal life. After this stuff happened with Tyga, what it did was
just Google me,
which made it very. That was like the thing that really made me upset the most, is because I had a very separate life and a very mainstream life. I had a very high end fashion career and all that kind of stuff. So when it happened, that's one thing I told the lawyers. I was just like, you guys don't understand what it means to be now a publicly outed trans person.
Right.
Whether or not I did adult films in that world, that was a separate character. That wasn't my normal life as me. Now it's all one big jumbled thing. I think that's why my guys never had any care or any fears, is because I lived a completely separate life as a regular woman.
And they could be walking around with you, and
nobody
their
knows.
friends are looking at him.
But let me ask you this,
like
being that you're very
this
attractive
woman.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of guys try to kick it to you. Do you have to tell them right away?
Well, yeah, I mean, I do have to talk just because I'm not going to play no games with you. I'm not going to invest no time in you just so you can.
But I mean, like right
scared.
away, like we're at the club, he's trying to kick it to me, like just
only if I'm interested in you.
Okay.
I don't have to tell you what's between my legs if I'm not trying to fuck you.
Right.
Period.
Yeah,
That's my business.
Yeah, right.
But if I'm interested in you and we're going to exchange information, we're going to spend time together, I'm going to tell you off the top.
Then you tell him.
Yeah, and I've never had a guy not go. So
okay.
Damn. Okay, I feel you.
I mean, I'm just being
Have you ever
honest.
thought
Let's
about
go.
getting the surgery?
Well, yeah, when I was young, before I got in the adult world, that was like automatically the goal. I think any young transgender person immediately wants to be completely as they see themselves.
Right.
Once I got in the adult world, I became like some kind of, I guess, legendary sex icon because of what I had.
Right.
And so as I explored my career, I became so much more comfortable with my sexuality. I started to feel godly in my skin. I felt comfortable with myself.
For the godly glow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I didn't feel a fear or an unattractiveness. I didn't, like when I was younger, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, this is so abnormal. This is like, it's just not supposed to be there. And then once I became comfortable and kind of been praised for it for so many years, I just became comfortable with the idea of that. So eventually I will have it, but they haven't advanced the surgeries enough where I feel comfortable taking that risk.
Oh yeah, I heard for you just thinking about how
it's
it gets done.
It's a very scary thing, and you really want to be able to make sure that you maximize and you still have sensation. Like I love sex. I want to be able to enjoy it with my partner. What's the point of having a beautiful pussy if you don't even feel it?
Right. And we had another transgender here on the show, and I asked her if she has an orgasm.
Which one?
Sydney Starr. She had the surgery.
Okay, yeah.
And
Did she? No, she didn't.
She
said she did.
She lied because I saw her on one of her little Instagram pictures, and she pushed her balls up in herself because you can see from the tuck, and she would be wearing no tucking panty if she had a pussy.
No, she said she had it done, and Shauna Brooks said she didn't. Shauna Brooks is the one that says she still has her.
Why is she wearing a tuck panty?
I don't know.
And now
I don't know enough.
Tuck a pussy.
We're like, I'm like, what's the tuck panty?
Getting back to it, I asked her, I was like, do you have an orgasm? Because I couldn't imagine not being able to have an orgasm. What's the point of having sex?
And what did she say though?
She totally, the question went right over her head. She didn't answer it, remember?
Because she didn't have no pussy.
She said, it's more of a mental thing for me.
She didn't have no sex change.
There's a lot of women though who have never had orgasms.
One of my
period.
friends is a sex change.
That's sad. They need
she's
to.
a famous porn model.
That is very
And she squirts. Her first thing was she would have been like, I squirt. So I definitely have sensation. I've seen her pussy up close. You know what I mean? When I do my surgery, it will be with her doctor.
Damn.
Oh my God, you think Sydney was
I can't even
lying about
squirt.
the
That's a
change?
damn shame.
Why wouldn't she
I'm glad I
explain
don't
like the
squirt.
sensation or the feeling? And with the doctor, most sex change girls are very happy to educate other people about the procedure because it is something that's so rare. And they would, I think you would explain the doctors and you would, talk about that kind of stuff. Have sex change friends.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think she was lying about
I saw because I heard about the stuff because she tried to lie and say she fucked Tyga or whatever, and then took it back on one of the shows she was doing.
You talking about Shauna? Because Sydney didn't say she.
That's a lie. Yes, she did. She said she ate the booty like groceries or something like
on
that.
our show.
Because I looked it up because people she was talking
it was
about
on
me.
Media Takeout, and then she came on here and said no, it was a lie.
Right.
Media Takeout made it all up.
What I'm saying is, she's lying.
Well, I think if you're gonna like compromise your sensation, I don't think it's worth it. I have this one friend. She's got a very long pussy lip, just one. She used to flap it out in high school. Like
flap it out in high school.
Like one's she used to show. She used to be like, guys, is this normal? So one was kind of long, and then the other one was long, like a turkey gobbler, if you will. And I was just like, honestly, the thing is, you might get it snipped, and if your guys don't mind, like, and I think if a guy minds, if you have a little bit of a lip, right, then he's a pussy. So
guys
like,
just love pussy, period.
Right. Whether it's an innie.
Did she get it fixed?
No, she didn't.
She should.
You think so?
No, I think people should embrace.
She started fucking, and the guy. She thought the guys didn't care, so she's like,
they don't. They didn't. Yeah.
I think my pussy's gorgeous.
Okay.
So
Stephanie has pictures of her pussy in her phone.
Yeah.
Stephanie will show all of us pictures of her pussy right now if you want to see.
I want to see it.
But you know what's weird is that you don't wax, right?
I got it.
No, I don't wax.
She doesn't wax, which is crazy to me.
But you just shave?
I shave, and it's horrible.
too.
I wanna wax. It's just I feel like I'm a little like
I feel like I want to take you to get your first wax.
I've gotten it before, and I feel
Put
like
on
they're
Snapchat.
ripping my soul out. I look at her, and I'm like, bitch.
Do you ever let your hair just grow?
I'm sorry. No. I
Who
never
are you
let it grow.
apologizing to?
No. the lady. She's always like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you're not sorry.
No, it hurts.
You're not sorry.
Waxing
Why
always
she
hurts.
smiling at you?
But I do wax my crack. I wax my butt crack.
Yeah,
Now that you bleached it.
you bleached it?
Oh, she bleaches her ass.
You got pictures of the ass crack?
Why do I know so much about Stephanie's pussy and asshole?
Because we've been
Right.
doing this show for like a year.
I know so much about her.
I want to see your asshole, the bleach. Do you have a before and after?
I not on this phone. I do have a before and after. I'll send it to you.
I'd love to see it.
No, because it was a little
would you
darker
keep
before, and I didn't like it. I wanted it to be
Nice and pink.
So now I have like this white line in the middle of my crack, and
Really?
my asshole is completely pink.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
It's amazing.
It's
so
amazing.
sexy.
I want to see it.
And my pussy's really pink too from the bleaching.
I don't know what my asshole looks
You
like.
bleach your pussy
So we
too?
the same color.
You don't either, right?
No, I need to start
Do you know what your
bleaching
asshole
Yeah.
looks like?
Girl, yeah.
Mia, do you know what your asshole
I've
looks
been on
like?
film, so
Yeah.
of course I know.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
know
know.
every angle of my body.
I know what your
like.
asshole looks like.
Right.
I've never bleached it, but now you got me feeling like I should be bleaching too. We the same color. I'm not hairy.
No.
I'm not hairy.
Wait.
But it's
Never been.
It's
Weird.
It's a pink
Justina's
color.
like,
I'm
wait.
still stuck on.
But
Wait,
it's
Stephanie,
pink
you bleached.
anyway.
She bleached the
Me
lips.
too.
You bleached the pussy lips.
Yeah.
I want to see.
My girlfriend Misty Stone
nice.
asked me about that
Show
too.
her
'Cause she
picture.
showed me that dude. She's like,
She really
black
has
girl
pictures. I'm not
bleach.
kidding. She has
No, I
pictures.
really want to see.
So you can
I
bleach
want
the
to see.
pussy.
Yeah, the same.
Shout
would
out
be
to Misty
scared.
Stone,
I
my
would
girl.
be
She asked me
scared.
about that too because she's chocolate. And she's just like, I want to make my pussy like lighter. Can I
No,
bleach
she's supposed
the
to have
pussy?
roast beef curtains.
She's a pretty pussy.
Oh, you know the roast beef is brown on the outside, pink on the inside.
Right.
Oh no.
I mean, her pussy's.
Is that what yours was like?
Outside is the color of her
No,
skin.
mine
Yeah, that's what
was
it's supposed to
more-
be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the color of your skin. Well, you're yellow though.
My
That's why.
pussy was more. It was more like a rosy color, you know.
And now it's just
now it's like pink,
like albino.
not albino.
Albino. She has an albino pussy.
Pink.
Did it hurt?
No, it's nice. You do it while you're sleeping.
Oh, they knock you out for it?
No, you don't do it in the salon. You do it yourself. You get the cream.
Come on.
What cream is it?
It's called Amazing Anal Bleach. I order.
I'm
it
about to
from-
bleach my ass tonight.
Order it. No, I order it from a spa in LA.
Everybody does that in LA.
Yeah,
But they
that's
bleach
what
their
I-
ass.
Oh, I heard everyone in LA bleaches their butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so order it
Shout out
from
to
a
LA.
spot in LA.
I'm gonna go home and take a picture of my asshole.
Me too. I'm gonna do it before and after.
I'm gonna do it too.
I
Is this
do
the
it.
booty hole challenge? We're doing a booty
Yes,
hole
do a
challenge?
booty hole. Hashtag booty hole.
Please, before my boyfriend was in jail, we'll be fighting, and he'll be like, "You bitch, I'm so sick of you fighting with me all the time."
And your brown booty hole.
Boom! I'll send him a picture of my pussy, and he'll be like, "All right, I'm on my way."
Come on, really? Let me see that
I
pussy,
swear.
girl.
He'll be like,
Let me see that pussy, girl.
He'll be like, "All right."
Let me
I'm
see
on-
that poo-tang.
I haven't
That nice
been
pink
having
asshole.
sex in a while, so give me a second.
Now, Mia, let me ask you this: the guys that you have sex with,
Yeah.
do you think that they're gay or are they straight?
No, I mean, they have bitches
because you
all
have a
day.
because you have a penis.
They have, that's
But
not
do you
the
ever
point.
fuck them?
Gay men are attracted to masculinity. They're
Mm-hmm.
attracted to men. Straight men are supposed to be attracted to overly feminine transgender women because we are the epitome of female sexuality, over dramatic.
But what if they
So-
suck your dick though?
Well, usually a straight guy, they'll take some time for them to feel like they need to please you as their female partner, whether it's a dick or not, or you call it a clit stick, whatever it is. But generally,
What's it called? The clit
I call
stick?
mine a clit stick.
That's cute.
No, but like the guys that I've been in relationships with are always straight.
Mm-hmm.
And if they've gotten to that point where they feel like they need to please me that way, it usually takes some time and they just feel comfortable with me. Like after that, like we done did it all about that point. It's
Right.
Like, you know, okay, you're my chick, and so it is what it is. But,
You don't feel weird if a guy's like, come on my face, like just
well, that's a little extra. You have a fetish then. You have a fetish then. You know what you're doing.
nut all over me.
Like all my partners have been straight men. Like in real relationships, yeah, they like beautiful women. Like they have bad bitches all day.
You're a bad bitch.
I'm
you
just
know
a
that?
general, you know what I mean?
Well, can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Like, does it ever get to the point where they'll let you fuck them? Or no?
Depends
Okay.
on the person.
Here it is, a picture of my pussy.
You do have a
Let me
pretty
see.
pussy.
It's really pink, especially for a Latina.
That's
Yeah, because
That's
It doesn't have the
amazing.
brown tints.
Oh, and look, I can't
right?
even. Your asshole's so light, I can't even see it. Where is
Now,
that thing?
I gotta ask you, is there a filter on this?
That's really
Right?
no, it's
No,
unfiltered.
Valencia.
It's the
That's-
picture
that's
from the
beautiful.
phone.
She is Valencia. She
Do
lying.
you want?
No, I'll see it.
I don't
Oh,
want.
I'm sorry, Coffee.
She's
You're
like,
not
come on.
offending me
No,
at all.
that-
I don't want to offend it.
That's a nice
We're over here
pussy.
on Jello shots.
Mia,
over here
I have a
feeling
question
it.
for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I met
Your pussy
this
looks like a
guy-
Jello shot.
Talking to the mic.
Oh wow, it's beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful. I met this guy,
Okay.
white guy, very wealthy.
Look here.
I went-
I like this.
I went out on a date with him a couple of times, so we never were intimate.
It's
But
like
he
candy.
said
I
love
something
it.
to me that kind of
She's
like
licking her
turned
own
me
pussy
off.
on her phone.
Okay.
So he said, you know, he went. I shit talk.
fucked
I
that
dirty talk all day. I'll have phone sex with
Like,
you,
what
and
do you
we'll never
say?
have
Tell
sex
me
with
what you say.
She doesn't look
Anything
like
that
she's a
come to
sex talker,
mind.
Now,
right?
give me an idea.
She
Like,
looks
give
so
me some
innocent.
examples.
I
You gonna
don't
eat
know.
this Jell-O shot,
no,
boy.
I'd be like, okay, so let me tongue kiss your dick, something like
Tongue
that.
kiss your dick?
Yeah,
Okay.
like to get it going. So anyway, so we were sex talking, and he had said to me, "Well, I want to have sex with you, and I want you to penetrate my anal."
Okay, so let me tell you
Does that
something.
make him gay?
Let me tell you something about men. Their G spot is in their anus.
Right.
They have a G spot,
Okay.
but it's in their ass. So
Okay.
I mean, a lot of guys that know their sex, like really know how to get themselves off, and that are really self-explorative, know that they can. You can make a guy come by milking his prostate without even sucking his dick or
Milking
anything.
sounds crazy.
It
Right.
It does.
But you can make them come
udders.
without even.
And I talk about this on lip service too.
Yeah.
And men love fingers in their ass.
Listen, I have one
It
friend
doesn't
that
make them
every guy
gay.
she sleeps with, she sticks her finger in his ass, and she said it makes him come
Oh
way
my
harder.
God, I did watch your guys' interview with that Sydney chick.
Oh, you tell
And
it.
y'all were talking so nasty. I was like, I'm not doing that show. Them girls are crazy.
Well, you here, girl. You here.
I got chick. Where's Lainey? Y'all are so funny. No, but their G spot is in their rectum, and you can make them come just by learning how to play with that. And just make them gay. What makes a guy gay is him liking men, like
Right.
real men,
Yeah.
masculinity,
And that's
hairy
what
men.
I thought, but I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. I was a little confused. That was the
Has he
very
ever been
first
to
time.
jail?
How you really make a man go crazy
Sassy.
as being open with anal play. My girlfriend that's like your friend that's the biggest slut, she calls it throwing Cheetos at the guy. She's like, I Cheetos that motherfucker. I'm like, what do you mean you Cheetos him? She's like, I licked his ass, I fingered it. And she's like, and it doesn't matter what bitch he's with, what he's doing, how gorgeous he is, she's not gonna do what I do. He's coming back to me.
Right.
And she's right. She's got all of them. She takes out neighborhoods.
See, but why are guys so ashamed then to say that?
Because they're taught by society to be ashamed of that. They're taught that is the expression of the masculinity. That's not the expression of a guy's masculinity. You can still get your ass whooped.
So they need to do an anal walk. These guys that like to get fucked in the ass and things, and they need an anal walk.
It doesn't even like to get fucked either.
Just because I like fingers in my ass, that doesn't make me gay.
As long as it's a woman's finger, a feminine finger in my ass. Let's do an anal walk for these guys.
I mean, I'm a professional person when it comes to sexuality. I know about sexuality.
Your nails are too long to be sticking no fingers in nobody's
you
ass.
just took the thought right from my head.
Right?
Yes.
You can't stick your finger in nobody's ass with them nails.
Mine short.
Right.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm not with all that though.
What do you guys think about eating a guy's butt? I've never done it.
You never did it to your own man?
Never. I don't want.
But
like,
would
can't you
you?
get E. coli? Like,
Girl, please.
No. You like your butt eating, Justina. I could tell.
yeah, I don't mind if you're down there. And you
So
wanna do
he's
a
going to
little-
get E. coli from you.
My butt is very clean, honey, especially after all this
Well,
pineapple.
first of all, nobody's eating dirty butt. Let's be real, okay?
In the moment, I mean,
In the moment.
if you guys just
But you would eat your man's butt.
honestly, I never have. I'm
But
gonna be
would
honest with
you? If he wanted you to.
You know what?
Yes, you would. You're a down ass bitch. You can just tell that you're
I'm
down
a
for
little
whatever.
I'm a little dirty bitch, but I mean, dirty
Doesn't
like
make you
freaky.
dirty.
No, not dirty like that. I just mean like freaky.
freaky.
But
You do
right.
anything for your man.
I feel
would.
like I would feel weird if you asked me to lick his butt.
But you would do it.
I don't know.
Right, she would
Even
do
if
it
you
and then
felt
be like,
weird.
damn, I feel
And they
weird
usually
after.
don't
And then come on your
ask.
show.
Yeah, I feel like they.
But
I
they
feel like they.
won't ask.
They
What
don't
about your man in
ask.
jail? Did he ever ask you to lick the booty?
Oh no, he's Puerto Rican. If I even
I
got
love Puerto
next to
Ricans.
that, he
Right.
would drop
But see, the
kick
type of
me.
guys I like, I feel like they are too. Like if you
So
try to
you
go
think until you do it.
right.
Exactly. Wait,
That's
till,
true.
wait till you're
I
down there
knows.
sucking his balls and then just lick a little and then watch if he opens up a little bit, then just go to town and
Just
he's yours
go in.
forever. He's yours forever.
I can't lie. I've been with a few guys who, I'll be down there sucking, and then it'll go to balls, and then to
And that's when they do this when
The
they
love
lift
line.
off.
That's when you
When
know.
a guy does a little lift off,
and then the finger goes, and I like to do it. I feel good about
You
it.
were the perverted one that I was listening to on the show. You're the
Yes.
freaky
Stephanie's
one.
perverted.
She
Perverted
is. She was
one.
talking about eating the guy's ass. You were talking about that on the thing with Sydney. I remember.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm scared of that girl. She's up there just telling all this stuff.
No, but I have to admit, at this time in my life, I don't want to be with a lot of different people. I want to be just
Somebody
with
that
one
you
guy.
can just do You're most with.
So I'm gonna be single forever. I'm never getting married, and
up.
that's just what it's
And
gonna
nobody's
be.
And then
Her.
she's going to meet somebody in 2 weeks.
It's
and
gonna be
next thing
different
you know,
next
she's
week.
married.
Okay.
Next week I'm gonna be like,
It's
Angela,
always
I'm
happening.
dating.
That's what I did. You can.
Isn't
Now,
that how it
Coffee.
always happens though? You're like, I'm done with people. I don't
Coffee,
want to
you were
date
talking
nobody.
about
That is how- I
your
don't
sex
know.
conversation and phone sex and all of that.
Oh, yes.
And that is something that I wanted to touch on because, sometimes in bed during sex, you don't want to be repetitive and say the same things over and over again. So what are some things that you can say during sex that will really turn a guy on?
Daddy.
Yes.
Daddy, guys love being
Gotta
called
work
daddy.
on your ad libs, yeah.
I feel like if you have enough time to be sitting up here coming up with the script, he is not fucking you right. You shouldn't even be able to say a damn word.
But
you should be speaking
I like
in tongue.
talking. I like
You should
talking.
be speaking in tongue.
Me
I like when he
too.
talks
Me
to me.
too.
No, I like talking in bed.
Oh,
but
I
say
like
things
him to talk to me.
I say like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
daddy, damn, daddy, you got it. You know you got that good dick.
All I want to do is be able
Give
to
me
cry.
that dick.
All I want to do is cry because it better be that good.
You
All
wanna
I wanna do is-
Crying. Like, baby, that dick is so good. You got me
Right.
crying.
I think I moan more than I talk.
Right.
But I
I know, but it's weird because I feel like you should talk somewhat during sex.
Agreed. If you don't, that's like weird.
Right. You
No,
gotta
you
say.
should.
You gotta have
I
some rap
agree.
music in the back, some 2
But then
Chainz to get you
sometimes,
going.
do you ever say some shit and it sounds stupid and you be like, the
Oh
fuck
yeah.
am I saying?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I'm so scared to have sex with somebody else that I'm gonna call them my
wrong
ex's
name.
name.
All right.
Call him all daddy.
Right.
I'm so scared. I swear I am. I was just thinking about like having sex with, I'm not gonna say who because he's gonna
Floyd.
get mad. Not Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd has like
Floyd.
3 girlfriends.
Why is he gonna get mad? Why would a guy be mad
It
that
was
you were
Floyd.
thinking about having sex
Because
with
he's one of my ex-boyfriends.
Okay.
And and he told me specifically to stop talking about him on the radio.
Oh wow.
Oh god. Your baby daddy.
No.
Okay, sorry. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
She said yes. Yes.
But I swear I was so close to calling him over, but I was like, damn, I can't do it to him.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah, no.
But fuck her.
No,
Did you eat his
it's
butt?
not about his girlfriend because I'm not talking
When you
about my
had
baby
that
father,
relationship,
Angela.
too.
Okay.
But this guy does have a girlfriend. But I care about this guy, and I know I might call him
Right. Y'all have
the
a kid
other guy's
together.
name.
Yeah.
No, not the one I have the
I'm
kid
kidding.
with, Angela.
So why don't you just pick a
That means it's him.
Angela always she gets me every time.
She had one Jello shot. Okay. That's all it takes.
But you know something? I think that we need to come up with a way, women in general, to do some type of research study on a man before you even sleep with them. Because
My girlfriend called it the dick facts. She
I need
invented
the
a new
dick
thing called
facts.
dick
Perfect.
facts.
I need
I
it.
want girls to give reviews on your dick, how the sex was, who you slept with.
I
you
met
catch
this
something, the dick
guy
facts.
who had the littlest dick ever. In
God.
fact, he had a
How big? Show
2-month-old
us.
baby's dick. And he pulled it out, and I was like,
Why would he pull that out?
And you should have just
he
walked
pulled.
away.
First of all, it was our
He's
second
supposed to
date.
turn
I
the
did
light
walk
off.
away.
I was gonna say, did you
I
suck
did.
it?
It was hell no.
Oh no.
It was
been like a pacifier?
It was our
Daddy, I'm
second
so
date,
sad.
and I was
he
wondering
was
why
too
this guy
fast.
always gave me money. Like every time I would come into the city, he would
trying
fill
to
up my
prep you.
gas tank.
He'd be
He would
like-
give me like $200. Like, here, babe, take that.
He's
'cause I
like,
know
in
you get-
advance for this
in
little dick
advance
you're
for this
about-
little dick. He was paying me off.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God! When I
didn't
tell
help
you,
hook him up at
I'm
all?
40 years old.
Show us.
40 years on this earth, I have never seen a dick that
Like,
Show us
give
with
us
your
like
fingers.
half your pinky.
I
Show
don't
us with your
have.
fingers.
Like this. It was like smaller than a Vienna sausage.
Like he was an
And he
amputee.
pulled it out like he had something like, yeah, baby, with his legs
Why would
spread
he do
open.
that?
Well, you gotta be. If it's that small, you have to have some
You better
confidence.
have some
with
confidence.
It.
You better have some confidence.
You
why
can't
would he do
pull it out
that?
as a coward.
Trust somebody
right.
play with that.
So
dick.
did
If
that
you
make
super
you never go
bitches,
out with him
somebody
again?
play with that.
Right.
dick. Like
I
that
never
is
answered his
wonderful.
call
That's
again.
it.
And that's sad.
You never answered his call again, not even for some gas money?
No.
I feel like
My gas is on E, baby.
I feel like guys with little dicks, they should have like the strap on ready to go.
Need a scarlet
Yes,
letter.
something.
You know
Need a
what I
scarlet
mean?
letter S, like
But
small
what if,
dick
but
on
what
his
if you
chest.
let him go down on you and he was like the best you ever had in your
I
life?
did let him go down on me.
See,
I'm
I
not
knew you
gonna
did
front.
something. I
I'm not
knew
gonna
you
front.
did
Wait,
something.
what's the before?
I don't like you because you read
Ain't
people. Nobody tipping.
did.
Ain't nobody
I
tipping a
did.
bitch like that. You ain't
I
gonna do
did,
nothing. You gonna eat this
and
ass.
he did eat the pussy.
Before or
well.
after you saw it.
But he was not getting no ass, and that's just it. I was like,
Well,
What would have
okay.
been the point?
That would have been a good person to have anal with.
Yeah, I
It
guess.
was. Somebody
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
Yeah, I agree. I
No,
guess.
yeah. Even when you do anal, you want to have somebody that know what they're doing and have some real dick.
I don't want no big dick in my ass.
Right.
Oh, I don't want any.
That little one,
I
it made me
wish
feel
I
like
could have a dick
I'm
in
still
my
the
ass.
booty
I wish
version.
it
No,
Like a
didn't.
little, yeah, little thumb.
I like anal sex, obviously.
Right.
I wish I could like anal
But you
sex.
don't. Do you mind having a big ass dick in your asshole? I can't
My
do
ex
it.
fiance had a big dick. He was a big dick.
Did he make you
Italian dude.
bleed?
At first, he was really rough with me because he was very aggressive, like in the bed. So it took me some time to get used to it. But once I got used to it, it was everything.
Did it make you shit?
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories about girls shitting during
Girl,
anal
if
sex.
you shitting during anal sex, you did not douche your ass properly.
But doesn't that make your bowels move?
Wait. You
Not
can
while
you
you're
could you
fucking.
could douche your ass. How can you teach
you use
me
an
that?
enema.
Well, you
At
know
home
what?
by yourself?
I don't
never-
think females
but you
do
could
that.
get
My
that.
gay guy friends do
Females
enemas in their
don't
ass
enema
before
their
sex.
booty?
I've never
I've
enemaed
never
my
enemaed my
ass.
butt.
And you done anal
I've
sex,
done
you
it
didn't wash your
one
ass?
time. I've done it.
You
once.
nasty.
She's like-
what if you shitted on
None
him?
of my girlfriend. Well, we
What if you
just.
shit on his dick?
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
embarrassing.
That's
You
no,
better-
that's
I do-
lubricant.
You better enema that ass.
Well, I mean, I
Better
shit on a
rinse
guy's
that
dick once.
Back up, Justina. You shit on a guy's dick once.
Well,
If you don't enema
What
your ass,
happened
of
was-
course you gonna shit on his dick.
Well, no, that only happened to me once. Not that I've had like a ton of anal sex.
so what
but
happened? How do you
Well,
explain that? Is
you're
that
making me sweat.
embarrassing?
Well,
She just said, I
he
didn't
was
hit him,
my
I'm
he was
sorry.
my boyfriend, and I don't know why he decided to put it in my butt that day, but
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. He took it out and it was like, a little bit of shit.
It is
but
what it is.
He didn't
But
care, but
if
I was
If
embarrassed.
they're gonna
Right.
do it, they're taking the risk that you're gonna shit.
I'm
on
telling
their
you
dick.
right now, females do not know that butt game with the enema like
You
guys
lie.
do. My gay guy friends, they all enema
Yeah, the
before
gay
they're
guys
gonna
definitely get an
Every
enema.
bitch in
girls
Hollywood
don't
I know,
before.
they're enema in that booty.
Yeah, but
never
those
had
are
an
girls who are
enema.
doing videos and shit. They know it's coming. A regular bitch, you don't know necessarily you're
That's
getting
true. I
your
don't know
butt.
any girls that
True.
get.
You don't
but
know if
you
you're going to
can-
be
you don't
comfortable
know.
during sex to do anal with the guy.
Or you just don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a,
ladies,
you know, you have
ladies
a pussy,
today,
so
today
a guy's
make
going
sure
for your
that you're
pussy
going to
first.
enema your booty hole.
I have a question, a serious one. Do you schedule an appointment for an enema? Or
No,
do
you
you
could do
go
yourself.
and
Go
get it
to
from the
CVS
pharmacy?
or
You get an
Walgreens
enema
and you buy
kit.
you $1 or something enema and you rinse that ass.
Right.
Is it sexy to let a guy
Thanks,
give you an
girl.
enema?
Yeah.
Or no?
Hell no. Girl, you about to be
How you
shitting.
gonna do anal sex without cleaning your
I
booty
am
hole?
the next guy that
If you dish your pussy before you fuck,
in
you're gonna
100
dish your ass.
years when I find me a new boyfriend,
100 years.
Next week, baby.
Right.
maybe 2 weeks. I'm going to enema my ass. I want to get fucked in the ass. You know that.
I
do?
know.
Well,
Stephanie,
thank
you done it.
God.
Steph acting like you never
Right.
did it.
I've done it and it was so painful.
You
It
ain't
was
bleaching that
terrible.
asshole not to get fucked in it.
Right.
True.
Because
I don't even bleach
No,
mine.
but my thing is, I like to record myself having sex with my boyfriend, like on the iPhone, and I like
on
for
whose
it
phone?
to look really bright on mine, of course.
You
And
guys
I
have to pee. I'm
you know,
smart.
I like for it to look good. I like for my pussy to look real nice. And
Let me see a video.
My asshole look.
The
real
picture was cool,
nice.
She
but where's
probably,
the video
she
at?
probably has like DVDs and everything. She
No,
ready
I
to go in
can't
full
show the
production.
videos. He'll hear this when he comes out of jail and be like, "Yo, why you showing
the jail
everybody
guy?
my business?"
Oh, he must. I know that jail guy must got the good.
Because she sure mentioned him a
That's
lot,
all
didn't
right.
she?
It is.
Well, Justina, you told us about shitting on a dick during anal sex. So for everybody else, what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you during sex? The worst thing?
I would think that would have to be the worst thing you could ever do.
That was the most embarrassing
Right,
thing for
like,
me.
that's
sexually
right.
I'm
ever.
assuming that for Justina, that was the most embarrassing
And
thing.
actually, it's a little worse, but I don't want to get more disgusting.
No, what?
so we'll leave
Tell
it
us
at
the
that.
rest. You have to.
Well, all right. Well, so, you know, when he took his dick out, it was like a little bit of shit, but it wasn't like brown shit.
It was green.
Too much iron.
green
Well,
in
good for
color.
you for juicing and taking your
Girl,
vegetables.
I don't know. Well, that wasn't a very...
She was like,
I wasn't very healthy at that, but I don't know what it was. Yeah, that shit was like some toxicity just coming out of my body.
Or maybe you had one of those. Did you have a McDonald's wrap? Because sometimes they dyed or lettuce green
my
and it makes the shit.
Girl, I don't know what it was, but it was like embarrassment on top of embarrassment.
Wow.
So, you know.
So green shit on his dick.
Right.
Okay.
But he was my boyfriend at the time, so it was
What
like...
did he
"It's
say?
all good."
He was just... We were just kind of both like... I think we just looked at it and I was
Shit
like,
happens.
let me give you some more words.
Listen.
Yeah, shit happens, literally. It's very disgusting.
Mia, what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you during sex?
The whole fucking world finding out who I was fucking. That'd be the most embarrassing thing about anything with sex, yeah.
Okay. All right.
For me,
Come on with it.
Come on, let's
She's
hear
got a
this.
few.
It was when her booty hole was brown and it wasn't bleached
Yeah.
yet.
no. It wasn't bleached yet at this time. I was kind of amateur. I felt amateur at this time. I was sucking a dick, a big black dick, and I was
big black
really
dick. Give me a black
enjoying
baby.
it. And I threw up on it,
Oh, well, that can happen.
but I swallowed it right back up.
Good for you. You're a trooper.
Instead of letting it go on him, I just swallowed it up.
You are a
And he
trooper,
was like-
Stephanie. High five.
He was like, "Oh."
He
was
knew
like,
That's
that.
dedication.
So he knew that you threw up?
Yes, he was
Oh,
like,
God.
"Oh." He was like, "Baby, can you do that again?"
No, he
And
didn't.
I was like, "That's the most embarrassing
'Cause
thing that
these are
ever happened to me in my life."
Was he
liked
shoving
it.
your head down there? Was that why? Or?
It was his fault because he
No.
probably made you deep throat it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I loved. I liked deep throating.
Right.
Oh.
Maybe you.
That was the most embarrassing thing.
Maybe it's like
Well, not for
swimming.
him.
You have to digest before you like go swimming. You should digest. Was it like right after you ate?
Yeah, we had just went to dinner.
That's what it was.
All that good food
And I was
he paid for,
drunk.
you threw it up on his dick.
But I swallowed it all back up because I didn't want it to get on him, and I wasn't sure how it was gonna smell because vomit stinks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
it
it doesn't
does.
taste good either.
No.
And it was horrible, so I swallowed it all back up. And he was like, and I stopped, and I was
Stephanie's a
like,
giver.
I stopped, and I was like, I was breathing like, babe, I'm so sorry.
Did he know you threw up or did he think it just got really
No,
wet?
he felt it, and he was like, don't be sorry. Can you do that again?
Oh my God.
It must have felt
You're
good.
like, no, I would rather
Disgusting.
not throw up on your dick and have
Yeah.
to eat it again.
Right.
Thanks.
So that was the most embarrassing thing, and I think about that too. I'm careful about it today.
Today.
You gotta digest
All right,
for a good
what about
20
you? What was
minutes.
the most embarrassing thing that happened to you during
I
sex?
just farted. and it was so loud.
Was it stank?
Did it stink? That's all.
Yes, it was like, and it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. It was like a
It
drum.
was a long, drawn out fart that stank.
Girl.
What did he say?
He didn't care. He did not
I never
care.
farted during sex.
He
knock on
laughed.
wood.
And
I'm sure I have.
Crazy.
I've queefed.
Oh, but don't be. Yeah, I think we've
Well,
all
queefed.
have queefed.
I haven't farted yet.
No, let
And
me tell
if
you,
you fart,
I
you just have to
haven't.
say it's a queef.
Right, unless it stinks.
You're like, damn, that big dick coming out with that air. I guess I had a queef.
Right.
Make him feel good.
But don't feel bad because my ex-boyfriend, his ex-girlfriend, he said, because she had like a sickness, she said one time he was hitting it from the back and she like sharted on him.
Ooh.
That's disgusting. And I crack jokes on him every chance I get.
You like clean that
I'd
shit
be like,
up.
also, have you spoken to Shardy?
Did he finish?
Shardy.
No, he didn't finish. They were so embarrassed. He ran to she ran to the bathroom and he's just there like.
And shit leaves like a stench. Like
Yeah.
if shit gets on something, like that stench does not go away. You have to like wash
And she
it.
went in the bathroom and
Uh-huh.
he wanted to
30
clean
showers.
himself. So he's knocking on the door and he's like, can I get in the bathroom? And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
See, that's when you have to be like, yo, your big dick just made me shart.
Yeah, you just have to
And make him feel good.
Make him feel
Make him
good,
feel good. This never
I
happened
hate
to
to
me
break it
before.
to y'all, but when a guy's fucking, he does not care what goes on as long as he busts a nut. He
Right.
don't care if you farted,
Although a
shit,
shirt
fell
might
up.
make you, if you shit on his dick, it might stop the erection.
Yeah, and no, he didn't come. He told me about it. He didn't come.
Right. Because what's she going to do? She shit on your dick and she's supposed to suck it after that?
And he said that
And she's nasty.
he said that he had to clean himself in the kitchen sink. I was like, oh, you're so
then he got shit in the kitchen
nasty.
sink.
I was like, I'm gonna tell your mother
He lived with
what
his mom?
you did in a house that he had an apartment in his mother's house, and then the other apartment was his sister's. You know,
Ooh,
like,
he got shit on
they
his
had
mom's fine china.
like, oh, like really?
He got shit in his mom's plumbing.
No, but he
Right.
said that this girl had a problem where sometimes she would shit on herself. Like she would be walking home from work.
She probably had
And
like
she
on
would
had
bowels.
loose
on
bowels.
herself.
Yeah.
Yes. And she didn't even like anal.
Well,
I told him
was it
that's
in
the
her butt
worst
or-
girlfriend you ever had in your life. I crack jokes on him every single
If
time.
it was anal, probably would have been like a bomb. He's lucky that it was just a little
Right.
shark.
It was a shark.
Loose
he said
booty.
it splattered on him.
Y'all are so
Disgusting.
crazy. I have done so many like men's shows where the men just talk crazy. Y'all outdo them.
no.
Y'all outdo the dudes.
Like
Yes, you-
everybody's
yes,
just
you
telling
do.
honest stories. That's
It's a,
all.
it's a
I
good
feel-
thing though. Like y'all are
Men won't
bold.
tell like an embarrassing story about themselves the
No.
same way like a female will. I feel like, you know? Men
Yeah.
don't want to like embarrass themselves.
Especially when you're like a pretty girl. It's like, so what? You still want me?
We sure
Yeah,
too.
You know this
you
pussy's
gonna
still
fuck.
good.
Yeah, you still gonna fuck.
You know I still got this good pussy, so.
Right.
Well, I want to thank y'all for coming through, Mia. Thank you so
Thank you
much
for
for being
having
our
me.
guest, Mia
Appreciate it.
Isabella. We appreciate you for being so open and honest. Of course, Coffee. Thank you for our shots. You know that's what got us all drunk.
Oh
Shout
God,
out
yeah,
to
open
those
shots
shots.
are dangerous. She was
Thank
right.
you for having me, and you're
Right.
most welcome.
So if you ever want to do anal, just get some of these.
Right. I'm going to take some for the road.
Just these shots made you cheat, right?
I mean, last time, yeah. And I haven't had them since then.
All right.
I'm in trouble.
Who's fucking tonight?
Okay.
But Justina, Valentine plug, so everybody knows where they can find you too.
Thank you so much, Boo, for having me. And yeah, so the brand new single's out with Fetty Wap. It's called Candyland. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that,
We
being
gotta get our
ratchet.
picture too.
Right,
Jersey
yeah.
Brethren.
Okay. It's Justina Music, Justina Music. And just thank you for having me, Boo.
And Mia, where can people find you?
The Mia Isabella, TheMia Isabella, Instagram, Twitter, my site, mia-isabella.com. And you can, of course, Google me and find out everything.
Coffee?
Coffee's Jello Bar, www.coffee's Jello Bar. My Instagram is Coffee's Jello Bar, and so is my Facebook.
Oh, Stephanie, we know you already.
Yeah, you can find me on lip service.
In the anal bleaching aisle.
Yes, and if anybody needs advice on anal bleaching, you can find me on Instagram, Stephanie_Santiago.
We're going to get you an endorsement
Watch.
with your face on it. Like, I
Right.
bleached my
Right.
asshole.
This is the best anal bleach in the world.
Well, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all all go home and try something new tonight.
Okay.
That's all we ask.
I'm bleaching my ass tonight.
I might try
No,
it too.
I'm
I've
telling
never
you,
done
it's
it.
called Amazing Anal Bleach. Google it. It's from LA. They send it to you.
Okay.
Everybody try something. I'm trying somebody's dick.
Oh, you are
No,
going
I'm
to
kidding. I
tonight?
don't want to do that.
I'm jealous. I want to try. Oh God, I want to have sex so bad.
Don't forget to go to poprageous.com today and get 20% off your first order and free U.S. shipping. All you have to do is go to Poprageous, where they specialize in leggings that are both stylish and functional. They offer hundreds of different styles inspired by art and pop culture, including designs like the Oregon Trail, PDX carpet, Pac-Man, emojis, Tetris, and many more. So cute. Check out poprageous.com. That's poprageous.com, and use code Angela at checkout for 20%.